let me stand here, God. I want you to speak through me, God, like never before, God, because wounds need to be healed in this house, God. God, the same way you healed me in the last year, God. You healed the childhood wounds, God. You healed the hurt, God. You healed everything in me so that I wouldn't revert back, God. So I thank you on tonight, God, that as you speak through me, God, that wounds will be healed on tonight, God. And they won't even be able to see Keisha, God. All they'll see is you, God. They won't even be able to hear my voice, God. All they'll be able to hear is your voice, God, on tonight, God. So tonight, God, I praise you in advance, God, for the healing is going to take place in Kingdom Builders, God, so that we all may walk right in you, God. God, I praise you on tonight, God. I glorify you right now, God. I'm not going to wait till the word comes, God. I'm going to glorify you now, God, because you gave the word, God. And when you gave the word, God, that means you already knew what was going to take place, God. God, so I praise you, God. The healing is already taking place, God. The wounds are being healed right now, God. And the only thing that we're going to do, God, is give your word, God, so they can sit on it, God. So they can go back to it, God. And as the wounds decide to open up, God, that you can heal them completely, God. And it'll just be a scar, God. It no longer will be a wound, God. It won't even be able to reopen, God. So I praise you right now, God. I thank you right now, God, that you decided to use me, God. Oh, filthy, wretched Keisha, God. That you decided to use me, God. Oh, dirty Keisha, God. God, I thank you, God, that you changed me, God, so that I can help change somebody else, God, with your word, God, and what you're doing, God. God, I praise you and I thank you on tonight.
Yes, God. Yes,
Jesus.
God. Yes, God.
God, you're worthy, God. I won't be before you long. I'm going to give you the scriptures first because some of them I'm going to read, but some of them I'm not. The title is What Wounds Have You Stored Away and Called Yourself Healed? I'm going to repeat that again. What wounds have you stored away and called yourself healed? The first scripture is Exodus 15:26. Psalms 147, 2 and 3. Psalms 39, 2 and 3. Psalms 32 and 3. And the last one is Romans 12, 17 through 19. Exodus 15:26 says, He said, if you listen carefully to the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees, I will not bring on you any of the diseases I have brought on the Egyptians. For I am the Lord who heals you. See, when we look at that scripture, we always think about diseases when it's physician diseases. And I'm going to read the definition to diseases. It's a disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces specific signs or symptoms, or that affects a specific location, and is not simply a direct result of physical injury. So I had already wrote this, and today God gave me, as I was going over it, because I didn't pray all day yesterday, because I don't like to speak publicly. So it said, if God gave me just like 2 hours before I got here. If you really read the definition, it speaks for itself. When we are wounded and haven't allowed it to heal, it becomes a disorder that determines how you function. It also affects everything you do and those you come in contact with. Jesus. So many times when we see the word disease, we think of one diagnosed by physicians. But God is speaking on the diseases you have allowed to come in your body from wounds that you have not healed. Produces specific signs or symptoms. When we are emotionally and physically wounded, we allow the affection to turn, not emotionally and spiritually wounded. We allow the infections to turn into a disease that produces signs and symptoms, such as, and I'm going to give some of them, anger, bitterness, strife, unbelief. Your faith begins to waver. Jealousy, envy. That's just a couple. Jesus. That comes with wounds that are not healed and you hide them away or tuck them away. Jesus. Healing It's the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. You can't be healed if you tuck it away and say it don't exist. The only way you can be healed is if you acknowledge it. That's why I believe God has been giving us the mirror lately. He's been telling us to look at self. Because you can't be healed if you don't acknowledge it. God can't heal it if you don't acknowledge it, because he's not going to pull it out of you. You're going to have to come to him with it.
Jesus.
Psalms 147:2. 147:3. God says he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalms 29:2-3. So I remain utterly silent, not even saying anything good, but my anguish increased. I'm going to read that again. I remain utterly silent, not even saying anything good, but my anguish increased. My heart grew hot within me. While I meditated, the fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue.
Jesus.
My heart grew hot within me. While I meditated, the fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue. Hiding your wounds will make you grow old prematurely. Psalms 32:3. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. Our emotional wounds won't be resolved by ignoring them, but by confronting them.
My God.
I got 5 things that people do to cover their wounds. And you can write them down if you want to. Number 1, try to forget them. I don't even remember that. You can't forget that. And I'll give you an example for me. I always talk about me. When I was a child, I tried to forget me being at my stepmother's house and watching my dad do drugs. And I used to say, oh, I don't remember that. I just knew he wasn't at any of my events. But I dismissed the drug addict. And that caused wounds that never was healed, because I turned to all the wrong men due to me watching my father. So I tried to forget them. And I always said I don't remember that. Number 2, try to escape from them. I'm fine. So you do drugs, you party, you have sex with strangers, or whatever you do to cover up and escape those wounds. Try to ignore them, say they don't exist. Now that's the biggest fraud about yourself. Number 4, try to blame others for them.
Jesus.
My mother, my father, my sister, my pastor. I wouldn't be in this situation if they would have did this, or if they would have did that. Well, guess what? We're adults now. It's time to take ownership. What your mother did then, what your father did then, what your sister did, even what your pastor did at the other church, or even the church you're in now. Guess what? They don't cover up those wounds. Only you can heal the wounds. So you're going to stay in that situation. You're going to stay wounded. You're going to allow the wounds to keep hindering God from moving in you because you're pointing the finger. Take the finger and point it at yourself. And say, okay, God, what I need to do. Because if you don't point it at self, you'll never be healed. The wounds will continue to be there. They'll continue to be infected. And they'll continue to take you down the wrong path. And even though you may think you're going right, even though God may be using you a little, those wounds are still there. And when those wounds are there, they're open for anything to get in.
Jesus.
And if you think about a physical wound, when it's wounded and you got infection in it, and then say for instance you get an ant bite beside it, or anything beside it that makes it spread and flame up. You know how much pain you're in, and you're wondering why you keep going through the same cycle. Why you keep getting hurt. For 3 months you might be good. Then the next 3 months you're going through pain. For 3 months you might be okay and nobody's bothering you, but the next 3 months they're bothering you and it's irking you inside. That's because those wounds has never been healed. And if you don't allow God to heal those wounds, if you don't acknowledge those wounds, then you'll never get where God is intending you to be. Because the wounds are open. The hurt is there. And they can't close on their own. They may close up a little, but it's still there. Until you allow God in and you acknowledge it, those wounds are there and they're going to continue to hurt you.
Wow.
Natural wounds that don't heal, aside from the pain and discomfort, chronic wounds can become inflamed or infected. It can grow, causing the inflammation and infection to spread. Ultimately, this could lead to death, or they will have to cut off your leg, arm, or whatever area that is. Now let's transfer that natural wound into emotional wounds. Just like the doctor before being able to heal any natural wound, he or she must first find the wound. Find the root of the wound and what caused it. They ask questions to know the reason behind it. The same should apply before you can heal any of your wounds. You must know the root of your wounds. Accept that the wounds, and then begin the process of the wounds being healed. Do you not realize how vulnerable those wounds are making you? The more wounds you have, the more you will find the smaller things bother you, and you become more sensitive to everything. The more wounds you have, the less happy you feel, because every now and then something will touch your wound and make you feel bad. Example, emotional. You have a wound that causes low self-esteem due to things being spoken to and at you at an early age. Instead of facing those emotional wounds as an adult, you covered them up and hid them. This has caused you to be defensive in any situation that it may seem someone is belittling you or speaking as if you are who you think you are. You will take every little thing in the area out of context because your wounds are still open and never been healed. Spiritual. Proverbs 18:14. A man's spirit sustains him in sickness, but a crushed spirit can bear. Who can bear? Proverbs 17:22. A cheerful heart is a good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones.
Jesus.
Spiritual wounds compromise or harm our spiritual health. They can potentially lead to spiritual illness or inner health problems. We don't want our spiritual wounds. We don't want spiritual wounds. We want spiritual scars. Scars remind us that we were there, but now they are healed. Woo! I'm going to say that again. We don't want spiritual wounds. We want spiritual scars. Scars remind us that they once were there, but they're now healed. Spiritual wounds keep us from moving on to the next season or the level in God. We can't expect God to elevate us if we have wounds not healed because we were hurt, those connected to us. And I told you I wasn't going to be long, so this is my conclusion. Romans 12:17 and 19. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone.
Amen.
Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge. I will repay, says the Lord. We all need to be healed from our internal wounds in order to be able to be fully effective in the kingdom of God. Free those people so that you can be free. A doctor can heal a physical wound, but he cannot heal an inner wound. Even a psychiatrist can deal with a mental state, but there is a spiritual element that they cannot deal with. Don't allow the wounds from emotional and spiritual hurt keep you in bondage any longer. It's holding up God's plan for your life. Those unhealed wounds are why God can't effectively use you or speak through you. And I'm going to say that last part again, because he kept telling me this. Don't allow the wounds from emotional and spiritual hurt keep you in bondage any longer. It's holding up God's plan for your life. Those unhealed wounds are why God can't effectively use you or speak through you. Father God, we just thank you on tonight for your word, God. God, we thank you that even though your word may have been short, it cut deep, God. And it did what it came here to do, God. God, and the people that heard it, God, will meditate on it, God, and find and acknowledge, God, the wounds that has not been healed, God, so that you can heal it, God. It's not to break you or bend you. It's to make you better. God, we thank you that minds have been open, God, and nobody is feeling like they've been cut too deep, God, but they've been cut just enough, God, so that you can heal them, God, so that you can do their works, God. God, we don't want nobody to feel wrong on tonight, God, but we want them to feel better, God. We want them to get that dose of medicine that make you jump up and be like, okay, I'm good, God, I'm good. So on tonight, God, we thank you that you gave us that dose of medicine, God, that has healed our wounds, our internal wounds that we've been holding on since childhood, God. Those internal wounds that we've been holding on for spiritual hurt, God. Those internal wounds, God, where we've been holding on for the pastor hurting us, God, or from church folks hurting us, God. God, we thank you, God, that those wounds are in the process of being healed, God. And they won't be reopened, God, but they'll be scars, God, to remind us, God, of where we've been and where we at now, God, and where you're going to take us, God. Because once those wounds are healed, God, we know that you will not allow us to go back to that place, God. It's scars, so they won't be reopened, God. And all we can do is grow from it, God. So we thank you, God, on tonight that growth has started, God, along with the healing, God. God, and we just praise your name, God, that you always send a right now word, God, to keep us growing, God, in you, God, and to make us face ourselves, God. Although facing ourselves is the hardest thing to do, God, we thank you that in this season, God, you're allowing us to face us, God. We can't face anybody else, God. We no longer point the finger anymore, God. But we got to look in the mirror and say, okay, God, what is it that we need to do, God? So we thank you that you're cutting us, God. You're cutting us and you're fixing us, God, and you're molding us, God, into the women and men that you need us to be, God. And no longer fingers will be pointed, God. No longer will we be blaming anyone else, God. No longer will we have those childhood wounds, God. No longer will we be hurting anymore, God. But we'll be rejoicing, God. And we'll count it all joy, God. The past will count it all joy, God. Even though we think we shouldn't have went through it, God, we'll count it all joy, God. Even though we think we shouldn't have had those wounds, God, we'll count it all joy, God. God, and we thank you and we praise you on tonight, God, for your word, God.
Yes.
For your right now word, God.
Thank you,
And their wounds are being healed on tonight, God.
yes, Father God.
In your name we pray. Amen.